Hello, and welcome to episode 20 of By Night, the series where I'll be covering every night and 24-hour bus service within Greater London. And tonight, you join me at Willesden Bus Garage. It's literally just behind me there. The bus sounds you can hear are buses moving around the garage. But we are at this stop, which is called Bertie Road, just adjacent the bus garage, if you will. Where is the bus stop? It's right behind me. There it is. Here. Yeah, to get our first bus of the night, which will be the 6, which will be the final bus that we need to do from Willesden. So, the plan for tonight is to get the 6 down all the way to Victoria, then onto the 24 up to Camden, followed by the 88 down to Vauxhall, the 344. The ever-elusive 344 over to London Bridge, and finish off on the 149, which will take us all the way up to Edmonton Green, which will see us complete Edmonton Green's night bus services. So, there's something moving in the bus garage. It is a 460. I don't need to worry about it. So, yes, that's the plan for tonight. Gonna get on the 6 down into central London, then bounce up to Camden, back down to Vauxhall, over east, sort of like, basically we're going southeast, north, south, east, and then north again. Of course you'll be able to follow this on the felt. Is that a B9 I can hear? Here? No, it's just an old B5. No? Oh no, it is a B9. It's coming off a 297. Yes, the 297 can be B90Ls, and we had an Evo SETI. That is me being blinded by a street deck electroliner. Presumably it's come off a 98. But I'm just walking past the garage now. It's behind that fence. So yes, I mean, Willesden Bus Garage, I think it's a fairly major one for Metro Line, and there are a few training buses, which are of course Trident Enviro 400s, sat in at the garage, and I can see a 6 coming in, so I think it's not long until mine goes. So, I think, without further ado, let's get on to the 6. Metro Line London's BWH 2384, yet another of their very bouncy Volvo B5LH right eclipse Gemini 3s. On the 6, it's another of London's 24-hour daytime services, which again makes no sense when I say it like that. It's a regular bus that runs all night. It's not a night bus. And the 6 runs from Willesden Bus Garage to Victoria via Kensal Rise, Maida Vale, and Marble Arch. So we're just coming out of Willesden now, and it's promising to be a good run. Left Willesden Bus Garage 2 minutes late, but that's fine. 2 minutes is nothing. So, yeah, 6. It's, Willesden benefits from having a bus garage, and therefore buses based at the garage are more likely to run overnight. They're more likely to run late if not, and yeah, but this is the last route that we need to cover from Willesden. Willesden is now done for By Night. So on that note, let's go to the B-roll. And I've now made it to Victoria off of a pretty decent run on the 6. We left Willesden Bus Garage 2 minutes late, we got into Victoria 2 minutes early. So that is pretty good going, I would say. The air coming out of that vent for the underground, very warm. So my next move is to get on the 24, and I don't know whether it goes from the stand down there or the stand out there. So that is something for me to work out in a bit. But for now, I'm waiting for the 24, which will take us up to Camden Town. Now, I just, I set up my intonation there as if I'm going to cut. I'm keeping on your toes. No, that was an accident. Yeah, 24. It's probably going to be very busy, so expect Postme to intervene, as Postme so often does. Because, yeah, again, the 24 gets busy. Okay, now it's time for the intonation to get on the 24 to Camden Town. And you now join me on Transport UK London buses LT684 on the 24, which runs from Pimlico up to Hampstead Heath via Victoria, Camden Town and Jork Farm. We're getting it this morning up to Camden Town, a run that is actually supposed to take about the same amount of time as our full run of the 6 all the way in from Willesden, which just goes to show you how much slower things are through central London when you're not coming in from the suburbs. The 24 is one of London's longest bus routes to remain completely unchanged, and it dodged recent proposals from the last few years to be, I think, scrapped and replaced by a rerouting of the 214 and a rerouting of the 88 and a rerouting of the 205. The 205 couldn't be saved in the end, but the 214, 88 and 24, different set of proposals entirely, but yeah, the 214 lives on. Not 214, well 214 does, but the 24 lives on. And long may it continue. It's a very, very important bus route. It runs very frequently during the day with the biggest buses in TfL's fleet. Well, not TfL's fleet, but the biggest buses in the London fleet. And it is a very important route. It's no question as to why it runs 24-hour. My only thing would be, wouldn't it be nice to have an N24 that went further north or further south? But as it stands, very, very good route to have in the overnight network. So let's get to the B-roll. And I've now arrived at Camden Town, off of the 24, 13 minutes early. I don't know how that happened either, apart from the fact that the driver was absolutely caning it. That is the fastest I've ever witnessed an LT move. I know the LTs as quite sort of, not necessarily sluggish, but slow and steady. They, they're not getting anywhere quickly, but they are getting there very smoothly. But that was moving an awful lot more like an Enviro 400 hybrid, which, I mean, it was nice, that was fun, but it was unexpected. But I'm now at Camden Town. The station is not on the corner there, that's a bank. It's the building immediately behind it, which I've always thought that not having the station be the one that faces, where the bank is, I thought that was a massive missed opportunity for the underground. Maybe it was at one point part of the station, but yeah, it just the bank's location feels so good as like a powerful the underground is here symbol. And I forgot how this junction works. I nearly walked straight into a Toyota Prius. So yeah, I'm gonna stop recording so I don't die. Right, so I've made it to my stop where I'll be catching the third bus of the night. And that third bus of the night is going to be the 88, which we're getting down to Vauxhall. It's coming in, hold on, can't see, 16 minutes, because, yeah, I was going to have 12 minutes at Camden, but then we were 13 minutes early off of the 24, which, yeah, I should still be on the 24 right now, and I've made it to the stop that 88 is going from. So, yeah, the 24's hilariously overtimed. We'll see if the 88 is likewise. And you now join me on Go Ahead Lotters EH224 on the 88, which runs between Parliament Hill Fields up near Highgate down to Clapham Common. The 88 runs via Kentish Town, Camden Town, Oxford Circus, Trafalgar Square, and Vauxhall. And EH224 is one of the refurbished batch of Enviro 400 hybrid MNCs, refurbished for the SL6 before Go Ahead lost that to Ariba. The chiller unit's very loud on this one. Something must be loose. So yeah, I'm gonna stop trying to yell at it, but I mean, the 88, so I lived in Kentish Town for about a year when I first moved to London to study, and this was one of my local bus routes, and I love the 88. It's such a nice route. Very, very useful. It's one of those, it's across town, so, if it's across town, immediately obvious why it's so useful overnight. But anyway, I'm going to stop shouting over that chilly unit. you now join me at the striking Vauxhall bus station in, funnily enough, Vauxhall. It's right across the road from Vauxhall Bridge and across the road again from Vauxhall Station, which is a major interchange with National Rail services operated by Southwestern, and for the London Underground Victoria Line, which of course gets night tube service on weekends. So overnight, very important interchange, and it gets a good number of 24-hour and night bus only services overnight. So I'm walking over to my stop to get the 344 over to London Bridge. So yeah, Vauxhall bus station, it's one of my favourite bus stations in London, if I had to have a favourite of that. Odd thing to have a favourite of, but like, just look behind me, it's awesome. It's giving Jubilee Line extension in the best possible way. And stop J, which is here, is where I will be waiting for the next 15 minutes or so to get the 344 over to London Bridge. In fact, just over there, behind me, back there, is a 344 going to Clapham Junction. So, I will see you all on board the 344. One of their classic Enviro 400 hybrids on the 344, which runs between Clapham Junction and London Liverpool Station via a bunch of trees apparently. Via Battersea, Vauxhall, Elephant and Castle and London Bridge. And we've come to a stop in the middle of the road. I don't know why we're stopping in the middle of the road. Is this bus having an E48 run? I think it is. Oops. Oh well. So yeah. The 344, it's actually more direct between the City of London and Clapham Junction than the 35. So, you know, and also being a link between the city and Vauxhall, you know, it's adding up in this route's favour for, you know, deserving being a 24-hour, being a good route to have in the overnight network. Whatever was just happening with this bus appears to have stopped happening now. Although we are having a very nice run along South Bank. So, yeah, maybe I get back to the B-roll and show you all the run that we're having along South Bank. And I have now made it to London Bridge, which is just behind me there. The bridge itself, not the station. The station's over that way. Yeah, off of a very nice quick run on the 344. It couldn't evade me this time. Ooh, I keep forgetting just how high up London Bridge actually starts. Like London's all pretty flat, but it's flat like at a decent height above the Thames. And then as it comes down into the Thames, the last little bit, London just sort of drops into the river. So the bridges all start fairly high. I'm gonna cross now. It's not gone green for me yet, but I can see that there's nothing coming. There is an N381 over there, which we did a while ago. But I'm going to get the 149, which I can't believe it, already, it's just gone 3 in the morning, is the last bus of the episode, which feels wrong. I will be getting into Edmonton Green off this 149. I'd just gone 4 in the morning. So what I'm going to do on the 149, between filming B-roll clips, is work out if I can get a 6th route into this without messing up any of my other plans. So, yeah. Pending. But as of now, the 149 might be the final bus of the episode. We'll see. But we're just about to walk past it, actually, because I'm walking into London Bridge bus station. The railway station is up there. And there's an N343 going to New Cross Gate, which is being done by EH198. And on the 149, we will have LT514, which is just behind me there. So, let's get onto the 149. Stamford Hill and Tottenham, and we'll be on it this morning as far as Tottenham, because I've decided we're going to get the 243 or we're going to get 341 down from Tottenham and finish in Waterloo, because I have time. So that's always fun. It's nice to have time. And yeah, the 149. It's a big stick. It's a big straight line. If you're going northbound. If you go southbound, there's some like one-way stuff around Stoke Newington that makes it less direct. But if you're going northbound, it's a big straight line. Just up the. It's got numerous names, but it's ultimately the A10 until you get to Bruce Grove Station, and then it's Tottenham and Edmonton high roads. And it's a really nice route. Again, very, very direct. When I lived in Tottenham, this route was very, very useful. So, we're just going over London Bridge. So, I would go to the B-roll because I want, something that I wanted to do for every time that I went over the Thames was film over the Thames, but I'm doing my clip. So here's proof that we're going over the Thames.
Monument Station.
See, we went over the Thames. Isn't that nice? So, yeah, we're at Monument Station now. So, yeah, 149, very good route. And it doesn't need to to go any further than Edmonton Green overnight. So I think the 149 is a case of the 13. 10 out of 10, no notes.
Liverpool Street Station. Edmonton Green. Police station.
And I've now made it to Tottenham off of the 149. That was a very good run, very smooth, no disruption at all. That is what you want from your night bus. Again, 149, 10 out of 10 routes, 10 out of 10 route, no notes. Beautiful route. And the fact that it runs all night is just a nice touch. Right. Now, I'm trying to figure out where I pick up my 341. Because I could walk down to Scotland Green, or I could go down the side road towards Northumberland Park. But yes, I'll be getting the 341 down to Waterloo to cap things off. That van needs a new indicator bulb, because it's blinking like no one's business. So, yes, I will see you on the 341. Waterloo Station via Tottenham, Haringey, Newington Green, and the City of London. So we're just coming through Tottenham again now, back down the high road. We're just stop we just left was Tottenham Police Station, which was actually my local bus stop, if you will, for a couple of years when I lived in Tottenham. So this is very much home turf for me. The buses around here are very, very good, even by London standards. And now we're just turning off of the high road to go down the weird little local bit that the 341 has at this end. So, yeah, going past the bus garage. So yeah, I think on that, back to the B-roll.
341 to Waterloo Station. Engineer Road.
So, I've now made it to Waterloo Station. Behind me there are the very weird bus shelters, sort of, perpendicular to the road of stop H, which is the old Red Arrow stand for Waterloo, now used by the 139 and 176, formerly used by the 507 and 521, the former Red Arrow services that just ran within central London. Used to be a lot more of them, but by the end there were just the 507 and 521. I've now found my way to where buses that terminate at the station itself normally park up. Usually 243s stop here, which is just sort of, that's the line through Waterloo East, and then Waterloo Mainline Station is up there. So yeah, but recap, because we're at the end of a by night. So we got an extra route done, first of all, which I was not expecting, and it's nice to be able to get an extra route done in an episode. And yeah, so we started the night up in Willesden. We got the 6, which is the last route we needed to do from Willesden. We got that all the way down into Victoria. Then we got the 24 up from Victoria to Camden Town, where we got in 13 minutes early, due to some hilarious overtiming on the 24 between Euston Road and Camden Town. What's that? There's a van. Then from Camden Town we got the 88 up, down even, to Vauxhall, before getting on the 344 across to London Bridge. From London Bridge we got the 149 up to Tottenham, and then the 341 down to Waterloo. So I think all in all, that was a great success. 6 routes by accident. Yeah, that was very good. That was very good. Again, the night bus network very much doing what it does best tonight, which is nice, because we've seen so many examples of the night bus network not quite in top form. So it's nice to get a few examples of the night bus network actually working, firing on all cylinders, so to speak. So yeah, I think all that's left to be said is I will see you on Monday from City Bus Manager on the South Coast, on Thursday from City Bus Manager but in West Scotland, and next week from By Night. Bye bye.